Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kryptonite. So let's dive in.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kryptonite, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris. Today I'm joined with Colton. How you doing, Colton?
Good. How you doing today, Boris?
Good. So let's dive in. We're gonna look at scams today. We're hopefully gonna help everyone out there not getting scammed on cryptocurrencies. Lots of scams running all over the place, and you want to be safe with your money. You want to keep your crypto safe, and there's a few ways, to be careful. A few things you need to be aware of. So let's discuss that.
Yeah. So my first question for you, Boris, is who typically falls victims to these scams? Is it businesses, individuals, etc.?
Well, I mean, obviously, and no one is actually safe. Anyone who holds crypto could be a victim of scams, but it seems to be mainly, unfortunately, the individuals, the one who can afford the least, I'm sorry, to lose money. They're the one who actually fall for those scams. Sometimes it's because of greed. Obviously they think like, great, I'm going to make a lot of money very quickly. And, people should really remember that Santa Claus does not exist, and that if someone promises you something that seems so unrealistic, you should really be aware of.
Yeah. No, and that makes sense, and that kind of leads me to my next question: is what are the most common types of cryptocurrency frauds, and how do they work?
So the one people see a lot, especially if you watch videos on YouTube, it's the one where they tell you like, hey, send us, 5 ETH on this account and we'll send you back immediately 10 ETH, 10 Ethereum. Like, okay, so 5 ETH might be worth, north of like $22,000 or something like that, and they're gonna send you right back 22 extra $1,000, 100% gains in a matter of minutes. I mean, people should be aware that that's a scam. Celsius, Nexo, there are many platforms out there that give you good returns. They give you 5, 10, 12% on your coins, but that's on a yearly basis, and not 100% in just a few minutes. That just does not exist. So any of those, they're all scams. If you send your money, you will never see it back. What they're going to do is they're going to receive your 5 ETH, and then they're going to move it to another wallet, and then another wallet, and another wallet, and basically just completely try to cover their tracks and try to make sure that if you complain about that particular address, maybe the wallet will get shut down, but unfortunately it'll be too late and there's no way to recover the money. So it's just going to be gone.
Yes, sir, and that makes sense. And my next question for this is do you think regulators or authorities can have a role in addressing this and stopping the scams from happening?
What it can, I mean, obviously regulations are going to be needed in the crypto world just to make sure that those scams kind of go away, at least the most obvious ones. Definitely platforms like YouTube should be more careful. They should not allow those people to advertise. I don't understand why these advertising are still running. There's another big scam that you see if you watch some of the very popular channels like BitBoy Crypto or a few other big ones like these. Very often you see underneath the video you're watching like arbitrage by BitBoy Crypto, and of course BitBoy Crypto has nothing to do with those guys. They're just scammers. So the advertising, it's not a video. It's just a JPEG, that says arbitrage by BitBoy Crypto, and the same, they're going to scam you. They're going to make you believe that, hey, give us your crypto so that we can do arbitrage, which usually is being rewarded by, by some kind of APY, 7%, 5%, whatever. And people believe that it's really one of those big channels doing that. But you got to remember that's the other thing. And on our channel, I want everybody to know we will never, ever contact you. We will never ask for your money. If you get contacted by Kryptonite to say, hey, we have a great plan to make money, that is not Kryptonite, because this is not what we do. We're not financial advisors. We're not bankers. We're not, a platform. We don't do any kind of investments with other people. So, but you should be aware that none of the other YouTubers do that either. Whether it's Cryptos R Us or BitBoy or any of the digital asset news, all those guys, they're just there to entertain you, and to give you their perspective on the market. It's not financial advice. We don't give financial advice either. No one does, and not only we don't give any financial advice, but much less we would ever ask anyone for their money, saying like, oh yeah, invest with us, or work with us on doing this or doing that, and you're gonna make a lot of money. None of us do that. So anytime you're contacted by those people, you can be sure it's a scam.
Yeah, and that does make sense. And one of my final questions here, Boris, is how can companies and individual investors mitigate the risk of cryptocurrency fraud?
Well, the best thing is keep your money to yourself. So you go on an exchange, you buy some crypto. The best way to be safe after that is to take the money out of the exchange, put it into. Now, the ultimate is a cold wallet, but I understand that sometimes people feel like, well, a cold wallet, if I want to put it back on an exchange because I need to sell it, might take some time, this or that. So maybe a hot wallet might be slightly better, like an Atomic or Exodus or a few of the others, or Ledger with the hardware key, which is also a great thing, or Treasure, or there are many things out there that many wallets that exist out there. So once you bought from an exchange, some of the exchanges like Coinbase, if it's a big exchange like Coinbase or Binance, I'm not going to say they're 100% bulletproof, but they're fairly safe, and they have mechanisms in place. They have insurance in place. So if you get scammed or if there is a problem, they will usually reimburse you. There is no guarantee there either. So if you leave it there on a big exchange, usually you're going to be somewhat safe. If you put it onto a hot wallet, you're even safer. Cold wallet is the ultimate safety, because then cannot be accessed by anybody but yourself. But definitely don't fall for any of the scams that are like, oh yeah, I promise you we're going to give you gigantic returns and in no time. It's really common sense at the end of the day. It's being, an adult and thinking like, okay, why would they ever give me, double my money in a matter of minutes? It just doesn't make sense. So the best way to be safe is ignore all those messages. Don't ever reply to them. Buy on an exchange. Have your goals. Take your profits when you think like, okay, I've made 3, 4, 500% on a crypto. Maybe I need to take some money off the table. Hopefully the best is to take off the initial investment, so that now your original investment is back in your pocket, and the rest is riding on the growth of cryptocurrencies. But that's the best way to be safe, is to never send money to anyone that promises you gigantic returns, because all of them are scams. So
Yeah, yes, sir. And one thing that I do that I kind of wanted to add to this is Twitter is your best friend here to do your due diligence. Crypto and Twitter are a big universe in itself. Put whatever if it's X coin that they're trying to have you sell, put that into Twitter as the keyword. I guarantee you'll find people saying this is a scam, etc. So do your due diligence. Look at Twitter too as well. That could be your best friend. And that's all I really have today, Boris. Question wise. But if you'd like to add anything else, feel free.
Yeah, I mean, and that is great advice. Doing research on Twitter, and don't take everyone's word as the gospel. It's be careful. Have multiple people. Because one person might be shilling, and saying like, "Oh, this is a great coin," or "This is a great investment," and they're actually not looking out for your best interest, but for theirs. So have multiple people on Twitter confirm what you think is going on. And the other thing is be aware of some of the coins. The coins themselves could be a scam. And we just saw that this past weekend with Squid Games. It went through the roof. I mean, it went to the moon and probably all the way to Mars or Jupiter. But the next day or 2 days after, it was down. So it went all the way up, I think, to $2,800 a coin, and then it was down to a penny. So be very aware of what's called a rug pull, where they're pulling the rug underneath you, and that's also a problem with some coins. That's why I always say it's a better idea to actually go after the top coins, because the Polkadot, the Matic, the VeChains, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, all those big projects, they have a reality behind them. They are in for the long run. They're not here to make a quick buck and then, scam everybody. But whenever you're starting to look at projects that are, ranked 3,000, 5,000, 8,000 on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, if they are ranked very, very low, if they're really, really far in the ranking, be aware that those might be, they could be a scam, because unfortunately very few people are putting in money, and it's very easy to pump those, because sometimes it only takes 100,000, 300,000, $1 million to pump those to the moon, where suddenly you see the coin going from just a few dollars going to $1,000 in a matter of 24, 48 hours. But all they're trying to do is have a bunch of people get in, and as soon as they have enough money, they just pull out all the money out of the project and they run with it. So be careful also with those coins. They're very dangerous. So it's always better to invest in the top, let's say 100, to be very safe. Or if you want to take a little more risk, but it's still fairly safe, is to go with the top 200 coins.
That makes sense. Yes, sir.
All right, that's it for today. So thank you, Colton.
Thank you,
And
Boris.
we'll see you next time on another video of Kryptonite. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.